everybody's involved. Okay, so we have to complete it today. So that tomorrow we have something very important for entrepreneurs, businessmen, and investors. Okay, so inside class, um, okay, wisdom defined and expressed. Okay, so we are part 5 today. That's a whole lot. Today is 14th of 11 of 10th, 2025. So tomorrow, half of the month, not be small. Okay, so we have the subtopic for entrepreneurs, business and investors. So you're entrepreneur, you're a businessman, investor, you enjoy the class a lot. So overwhelming responsibility demands wisdom. So overwhelming responsibility demand wisdom. Okay, so we have about 6, 7 outlines. Okay, for you to write, to learn, unlearn and relearn. So the first one is context for the concept. Number 2 outline we have is God's gift to Solomon. God's gift to Solomon. Okay, number 3 outline we have is kingdom consciousness. Number 4, we have overwhelming responsibility. Number 5, Solomon values. Solomonic values. Number 6, we come to the last, wisdom defined and expressed. Number 7, the last one but not the least, Solomon's wealth. And we are going here today. Okay, so we started the class by telling us that why did God give Solomon wisdom? Why? Because Solomon prioritizes wisdom more than long life. He prioritizes, that's the context for the concept. He prioritizes wisdom more than long life. So that's more than his health. That's why what God gave him. And how do you have? He prioritizes more than riches. That's more than wealth. He prioritizes more than the life of his enemy. So that is happiness. So what will make him happy? He prioritizes. So when a man actually is a clue, prioritizes wisdom more than health, wealth, and happiness, you will get it. So it appeared that God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding beyond measures and breadth of mind, like the sand of the seashore. So the Solomon wisdom surpasses the wisdom of all the people of the East and all the wisdom of Egypt. Because those days Egypt was considered to be the capital and the center of learning, understanding, wisdom, and insight. Yet Solomon wisdom surpassed all of them put together. He had breadth of mind, capacity to think, reason, and have knowledge beyond measure. So this guy prioritizes, he places value on wisdom. So that leads us to start talking about why did God give him wisdom? So God gave to Solomon. He gave him wisdom because of the way he talked. When the blank check was given to him, he said, and God said, he pleases me because he never asked for long life for himself. He never asked for riches for himself. He never asked for the life of his enemy. So this thing pleases God. So God gave him a blank check and he asked for understanding, discernment, knowledge, and wisdom because it's a clue that when a man prioritizes wisdom more than these 3 things, and definitely you'll find solution. When a man is aware with responsibility, so many demands on you, family, friends, and loved ones. And why? Because whatever he was valuing was kind of a kingdom consciousness because he was valuing about 4 major things: prosperity, productivity, protection. So he was valuing about prosperity of the people. He shows when he was talking to God. Number 2, the productivity of the people. There was productivity or the people that he was actually created to lead. And then he also prioritizes the protection and the peace of the people, protection and the peace of the people. So anyway you are and you find yourself in the community, in your family, in your business, organization, enterprise, anyway you find yourself, please prioritize. If we begin to look at what will I do for the prosperity of these people, for the productivity, protection, and the peace, definitely with these questions to ask yourself open doors, because statement closes the mind, questions open the doors. So Solomon was overwhelmed with the responsibility. So he realized that no amount of money, fame, fortune, prestige, influence that will help him to govern the people of Israel. So King Solomon's appetite for understanding was derived from his values over kingdom consciousness. So kingdom consciousness is a realm of responsibility. What are you going to be responsible for? We keep drawing this. Since today is the last day, we are tying up all the knots today. So practically we will repeat almost everything we started the class with that. If you keep thinking about yourself, it's called good idea. It's not good idea. If you think about others, it's called God's idea. It's not God's idea. So you think about others, it's called God's idea. So God's idea has always been that you're a product to God's idea, a product to solve problems for people. You have to add value, create contribution. So when you think about yourself, that means it's called achievement. You know, achievement, whatever you get. But that same thing, think about other people, it's called fulfillment. You know, fulfillment. Fulfillment comes because you are doing something that benefits others, not just you. For yourself, it's just a dream. It's not a dream. Do it for other people, it's called destiny. It's not destiny. Nobody fulfill destiny but them. For yourself, it's called passion. It's not passion. Do it for others, it's called purpose. It's not purpose. Do it for yourself, it's called a career. It's not career. Do it for other people, it's called calling. It's not calling. Do it for yourself, it's called a job. It's not job. Do it for others, it's called business. It's not business. Do it for yourself, it's called success. It's not success. Do it for others, it's called significant. It's not significant. So you cannot be significant. Do it for yourself, it's called blessed. It's not blessed. Do it for others, you are a blessing. Say blessing. So nobody is a blessing until you bless someone else. So anything for yourself is not bad, but do it for others. So this guy did not ask anything for himself. The Bible says something. He said, he said that in 1 Kings 3 verse 10, he said, God said to him, because you've asked these things and have not asked long life for yourself, you have not asked riches for yourself, you have not asked for the life of your enemy, and you have asked nothing for yourself, but you asked for the spirit of discernment, understanding, and justice. So God gave him everything that he never even asked for. Because if you keep changing your prayer point today and stop asking things for yourself and start asking God for, so that you can become a vessel unto honor as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, just to ensure the prosperity, productivity, protection, and the peace of anything that's committed to your hand, you will definitely experience abundance in life, because it's a key to attracting abundance into yourself. So you will never value wisdom as Solomon did until you assume responsibility to ensure the prosperity, productivity, protection, and peace of anything committed to your hand, your business, your family, your anywhere you are committed to, whatever committed to you. So you must assume responsibility. That leads us to overwhelming responsibility. So until you know that whatever God is doing with you is beyond your years, they're not your years. It's beyond your means, they're not means. Beyond your reach, they're not reach. So if you know that whatever you are going to do, that you can achieve it, you don't need God. That's why you don't even place the value of actually seeking wisdom. Because once you assume responsibility for your business, for your team, for your organization, then you prioritize knowledge, understanding, discernment, and wisdom. So, and definitely, so the quest for wisdom starts with your consciousness of your four things. Number one is called knowledge gap. So, knowledge gap, that you feel that once you know at the next level of your life that there's something you don't know that you need to know. Knowledge gap. Number two is called blind spot. You know, blind spot. It's blind spot. So a lot of people don't, this is one people don't know that they know that they don't know. So they don't know that they don't know. So you cannot teach such a person, because you cannot teach a man who is not ready to learn. Of course, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So skill deficiency. So when a man know that, oh, I need some skills deficiency. So in the area of my greatness, I'm inexperienced. So in this business, if God shows you that you become the MD CEO of a bank or of organization, you're a $1 billion company. If you see yourself a real estate company, a billion organization, because you know you have seen in your vision in your mind, you begin to acquire knowledge because you know you're inexperienced to handle such a position as a CEO, MD, or a president is actually not going to come easy. So definitely you realize that I have overwhelming responsibility on my shoulder based on my current capacity to fulfill my God's purpose for life. So that leads us to start talking to overwhelming responsibility. Means that you recognize that you need God. There's a space for knowledge gap. Because if you are not conscious of your knowledge gap, it means that your vision is too small. Once your vision gets bigger and you become more of God's idea, not just a good idea, you begin to realize that you need more knowledge to work with people. If God shows that you become the future, if God shows you in your future, they're going to become the CEO of a big organization that has offices in many nations globally. Immediately you realize that there's a knowledge gap because you need to acquire more knowledge to be more skillful and competent. Everyone, everyone, of course, knows their knowledge gap. That is, if you see yourself in the future creating a platform where your future generation can stand tall. Definitely, blind spot is worse than knowledge gap because in the blind spot, this is where you don't know that you don't know. So blind spot, this is where you don't know that you don't know. So it's difficult for you to actually be aware of the blind spot, except you assume responsibility. That you feel that I have overwhelming responsibility. So you know that definitely there's a blind spot. That's why we create mastermind. So they can actually tell us, okay, see what you have done. I think you have done it like this, or better. That's why we listen. Because one of the major reasons when many companies close, because that the leaders, the men that are calling the shot, we are hearing and not listening. There's two different things. You hear with your ear, you listen with your mind. Your ear hears what, your mind picture it. Until what you hear becomes a picture, you cannot practice it. Look at Kodiak. They were doing very well. This film that they normally those that were small, they film, they will snap the print film, they go to watch the film or something like that. But when these two creative come, they were talking to the leader, they were not listening, they were hearing, but they were not listening. So definitely the innovation consumed them. They did nothing wrong except they did not innovate when others were innovating. Look at Nokia. A phone called Nokia 3310, Nokia 1110, and all those things. So very strong device. But they were hearing and never listening. This was the problem. So many leaders are hearing and not listening, but they are not aware of the blind spots because they're not listening. Of course, self-efficiency means that you never practiced before, you never had experience before. So this is why you need, of course, the kind of wisdom Solomon had. One of the things that made him outstanding was the values. Whatever he values made him become aware of knowledge gap. So I don't know how I'm going to do that because I needed to have cleaned part of the board, and I will still have to clean it because if I don't clean, I will still clean the class because there are a lot of things I need to write today. That is Solomonic value because we are tying up the knot today. We are finishing everything today. So let me just clean it because I want to do a kind of a big revision based on what we discussed about these values. And why I'm repeating it is because I want you to change your values to this thing because if you don't have value, you accept anything at all. I keep telling you, the things you value, they determine the kind of decisions you make. Either it will serve you or it will sabotage your purpose and plan for God for your life. So you value these things Solomon value, you're surely going to be appreciating the wisdom of God in your life. Number one thing he values, Solomon values resourcefulness over resources. He values resourcefulness over resources. Resourcefulness over resources. A lot of people just want the resources. They don't need the resourcefulness. So he values, of course, internal gift, internal gift, internal gift over external gain. A lot of people just want the external gain. I don't want any. Just give me the money. Forget about the process. I don't want to develop my giftings, my talents, my creativity, my character, my behavior, my attitude. I don't just want I want to neglect my internal gain. Just give me the money. Give me the external gain. Give me the ego, the status, the position. A lot of people are like that. So that is the problem. So if you value external gain more than external gain, you cannot fulfill God's purpose and plan for your life. So Solomon value spiritual roots because spirituality. Spiritual roots are responsible for of course, the external results. You get material results. You get so it's value spiritual more than the material. So that's what happens. So because you know that spiritual give birth to material. The world we see, we know was made from the things not seen. Because it was made in the beginning was the word and the word was God. And the word was God. Nothing that was made that only without him. So he valued the spirit. You know that something we live in the world of cause and effect. So he valued the cause over the effect. So because once you get the cause, you can always get the effect. So he values thought over things. He values thought over things. So thought are things. So everything you ever see today, an item was once an idea in the mind of the entrepreneur. Because we did not give out on the thought, we dwell on the thought, and the thought becomes an idea. Then we can now communicate effectively to people, and those thoughts becomes we materialize it and manifest it in front of tangible product. This thing you see was an idea in front of the mind of the entrepreneur. They bought the shoes, the clothes you are wearing now, the phones, the lights. These are all ideas in the mind of the entrepreneur. So he value words over wealth because out of the abundance of your mouth, the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever you say consistently about yourself will surely definitely manifest in your life. That was Solomonic values. So he values so many things. I wanted to write so many. He values mind over matters. He values mind over matters. So I keep saying the size of things that get you offended define the size of who you are. If little things get you offended, then you're little. Small things get you offended, you're small. Big things get offended. If the thing that get offended, that anything that affects your spirituality gets offended, that you are placing more value on the things that really matter, or things that affect other fulfillment destiny. That shows who you are. So your level of values determines what your life will be. Solomonic values. I will still have to clean it, but I have to write the values very well before I go to wisdom defined. So number 7, we put here insight over information. Don't just give me information. Let me search for the insight. So a lot of people value the information. Like I said, they are hearing but they're not listening. Number 8, because it's so long, invisible over visible. That's what we discussed. He values invisible over visible things because we know that all visible things was created from the invisible. So this was his values. That was why he was able to ask for wisdom. He valued this. Solomon valued this. Solomon valued this. This was why, and he valued this, and he valued wisdom more than these 3 things. He valued more than health, wealth, and happiness. So once a man is consumed, he knows that whatever God is doing beyond is yes, that he realizes the knowledge gap, the blind spot, skill deficiency, and inexperience. Because he said he's a small child who doesn't know how to go out and come in. So it just was why God has given that wisdom. So if you need wisdom in your business, in your relationship, in your marital life, your relationship, your spiritual life, definitely you have to place value on this thing. Because out clues. When something happens once, it's fine, it's good or bad. It happen again is a principle. Happen the third time is a principle established. The fourth time it becomes a pattern or blueprint before pattern. So things don't just happen. We live in the world of cause and effect. Nothing is nothing. Whatever life I'm experiencing now, whatever life you're experiencing now, is a sum total of what we have accepted in our life. It's just a manifestation in our life. So it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. Tell your neighbor, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. So because of the consciousness that of the overwhelming responsibility on his shoulder, he actually placed more value on the spiritual things, the resourcefulness. That was why he keeps saying in scriptures, in all that get understanding, wisdom, discernment, and of course, knowledge. So he keeps saying, by wisdom, by knowledge, a house is, by wisdom, a house is built, by understanding is established, by knowledge is filled with all pleasant and riches. So definitely, resourcefulness describes your internal capacity of your gift set. So we discussed so much yesterday. Did we actually get wisdom defined? Yes. Yes? No. We did not. Okay, yes. We got to wisdom defined. So that means we actually did some definition here. Wisdom defined. So I was also have discussed it one by one. Wisdom defined and wisdom expressed. So I was still here yesterday when I mentioned things like wisdom is the ability to make decisions that serves your revealed destiny, purpose, and assignment and vision in life. So your decision will either serve you or sabotage your destiny. Wisdom starts with the goal, objectives, and outcomes in mind. That is destination. Your decision and not chance determines your destiny. Wisdom is a way and a warning. So it shows you the way and also warned you from the thing that will not serve you. Wisdom is an ability, and that means it means a skill. It's a verb, it's an action word. Wisdom is something that you do rather than something that you think in your thought or in your mind. You are not wise in your thought, you are wise in your doing. Why we came to this resolution was that 3 things happen. We said that if you actually have knowledge, that means you have information. Tell no information. Knowledge equals information. If you actually have understanding, number 2, understanding, that means you can understanding, you can explain it. That means you can assimilate explanation. Tell me about explanation. So you can assimilate it. Number 3, if you are wise, you have wisdom. That means you can apply the understood knowledge, application. Tell application. So wisdom means you can apply. If you don't apply what you know, you are not a wise. Wisdom is seen in your application. So when a man says, I am a wise man, and you look at his doing, his application, his activities and action, he doesn't conform to what he says in his mouth. That man is a double-minded man. A double-minded person is not someone that speaks too much. No, it's better that what he's saying and what he's doing is not the same. So whenever a man says something, he doesn't do it, he's not. And the Bible says that a double-minded man can never receive anything from the Lord. But it's not by telling us, is there any of you that wisdom? Let him ask from him that gives. He never withhold, he gives sparingly, he gives liberally, but you must ask with a single mind, because a dull-minded man cannot receive anything of that. And I understand that when a man's eyes is single, the body is full of light. So divided attention is divided energy. So let's try and round up this class today. Because yes, I ended by telling you your thoughts are only wise if they inform and enable your decision making. That was the last statement I made yesterday. Yes or yes? Yes. Okay, so I was supposed to do something very interesting about wisdom defined. Because I told us is the ability to decide um, on things that have your destiny, right? So write down your notes, very important. Oh, no, before we write, I should have explained something for us. When I mean the word decision, when I mean the word, wisdom defined. Okay, when I mean the word decision, that you must decide something. Decision means to what? Decision. Decision, D means to cut. Cut is a good word. I don't know which one is my mic again. So it means to cut. So write it down. Decision means to cut away from other options of opportunities. Decision means to cut away any other options or opportunities. I think that's the best statement. Decision means to cut away any other any other option, opinion, or opportunity. Decision means to cut away from any other options, opinion, or opportunity. Decision means to cut away from any other options, comma, opinion, or opportunity. Full stop. So I'll just give you two examples, but you don't need to listen to me first. If you decide to stand up, that means you're cutting away all the possibility to sit down, lay down, kneel down, because you decide to stand up. If you decide to walk, you've cut away every opportunity to drive, cycling, or running. So when you decide, you are cutting away from other options, opinion, or opportunity. That means when a man doesn't decide, that's me making a choice. But the difference between decision and a choice. I will come to choice very soon. But I want to say that whenever you decide to do something, it means that you are literally burn the bridge of every other options behind you. Write it down, you're never important. Whenever you decide to do something, whenever you decide to do something, comma, it means that you have literally burn the bridge of other options behind you. Full stop. So if someone says, I decided to read my books, I decided to invest in myself, decided to pay myself 10%, you are cutting off from every other options. Whenever you decide to do something, it means that you have literally burned the bridge of other options behind you. So whenever you decide, if you don't decide, that means you've not decided. And there's no two ways about it. So whenever a man said, I've decided, that means you have literally burned the bridge of other opinion behind you, other options, other opportunity behind you. So definitely. So what happens is that your decision will either save you or sabotage your destiny. So the difference between decision and choice is that choice means that you have to make between one or two, and sometimes you can go back to your opinion. So it doesn't mean that you have a choice. Choice means that that you have to choose between one or two or other options you have. But when you decide, it means that you are definite. That means you have made up your mind. So wisdom defines that you start with a destination in mind. And I know this is kind of giving us some issues. I'm trying to round up some of this so that I can go to where I'm going to today. So what I mean is that this wisdom helps you to decide on those things that serve your destiny, that serves your revealed purpose in life. So you're not supposed to start everything with the end in mind. That means you're a wise person. So okay, what's the bigger picture I want to achieve? I want to build an organization of systems and structures of quality people that produce this, that produce this. Want to go into. So whatever decision you're going to make, you're going to be that will serve that purpose, that goal, that bigger picture. So I want to be a medical doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be anything. So whatever decision you are making is that to help you achieve that vision in your mind, that ultimate purpose of plan for your life. So wisdom will always start with the destination in mind, because destination is more important than direction and speed. The wisdom always starts with the destination in mind. Wisdom always starts with the definition in mind. Wisdom always starts with the destination in mind, because destination is more important than direction and speed. Destination is more important than direction and speed. We always sing it like song that speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. So a wise man starts making decision because of the destination in mind. Like if Joseph never made a decision that he will not, the stars and moons will bow before he not have a dream in his mind, he will have compromised with his master's wife. If people don't make decision that I want to make money, say pay myself 10% and use the money to buy income generating assets so money can work for me. You don't have that in mind, anything can make you distract and compromise with the money and resources you have available to you. So wisdom always starts with the destination in mind, because destination is more important than direction and speed. So the destination like what? Goals, vision, objective, outcomes, and results. So What kind of result do you want to achieve this month, this year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Do you have such a plan? If you don't have such a plan, that means he that failed to plan to fail. How then will you be considered a wise man when you don't have a plan for your life? No vision. I said destinations like goals, vision, dreams, objectives, outcomes, result. I've been singing like song that a man, he that has no goal goes nowhere. You cannot achieve a goal you never set. Sit down with yourself in your thinking chair. Plan your goal, plan your vision, plan everything you want to plan, and make decisions in that direction that serves you. So I said destinations like goals, vision, dreams, objectives, outcomes, result. So if you don't have destination in mind, then you cannot make a decision that can serve your destiny. It cannot work. Write it down. In fact, if you've not written anything today, write this one thing. If you don't have destination in mind, then you cannot make decision that serves your destiny, that can serve your destiny. So Solomon looked and said, God, I'm leading people. I want to ensure the prosperity, productivity, protection, and peace of the people. So I'm very sure that I'm going to live for others. These are the destination in my mind. I value these giftings because I know there's a knowledge gap. I need wisdom. So if you don't have destination in mind, then you cannot make a decision that can serve your destiny. I want to be a good husband, a good father. I want to provide for my family. I want to do this. I want to do that. These are my passion. I don't want to have issues with anybody I'm working with. I want to build I want to live a life of impact, a life of contribution. I want to live legacy. I want to have 50 billion naira in investment. I want to build politics. I want to build bank. So there's something bigger. I want to have 5 generals. I want to leave something in people, because you are not a leader until you lead people. A leader must be leading someone, must be leading people. So without people, there's nothing like leadership. Leadership has to do with people. So I want to be a leader that every leader is looking up to. I want to be a person that nobody needs to live in the same way. You will leave me empowered, inspired to become the ultimate version of themselves. So you have a destination in mind, a big picture in mind. You have carefully decided how your destiny. This year, this month, I'm ending this month with 1 million naira. That's my target. I need to become this person. I need to become a leader that can end that, a person that can end that month. So you have a decision. So anything that comes to distract you, you don't give your attention, because the bigger picture is already in front of you. So destination could be like goals, vision, dreams, objectives, outcomes, and results. If you don't have a destination in mind, you cannot make a decision that can serve your destiny. You are still with me, shall I? Okay. Okay, you don't need to write this one. I will say listen to me. If you don't have a destination in mind, any direction will go. Therefore, it is important to have a destination in mind. When King Solomon became the king of Israel, he realized that greatness of Israel was his destiny, and he made a decision to serve his destiny, not to sabotage his destiny. Write it down. You know, very important. Wisdom is the way to serve your revealed destiny. Wisdom is the way to serve your revealed destiny to you. Wisdom is the way. Wisdom is the way. Yes, I told you it's the way and the warning, but today I'm putting flesh to it. Wisdom is the way to serve your revealed destiny, purpose, calling, business, significant. Wisdom is the way. Wisdom is the way to serve your revealed destiny, and a warning to avoid destructions. Wisdom is the way to serve your revealed destiny, your purpose, your calling, and a warning to avoid distractions. A warning to avoid distractions against making poor and wrong decisions, and a warning to avoid distractions, against making poor and wrong decisions. So a man that is wise knows that he has a destiny in mind, purpose and plans for his life. So he will make decisions that will serve that purpose, that will serve that destiny, not to sabotage it, not to destroy it, not to kill it. Because some people become self-destructive bug to themselves. For example, one of the biggest self-destructive bug is using your mouth to say negative things about yourself that you don't want to become true. Like, I'm poor. You don't want to be a poor person. You're saying, we poor masses. You know, I have poverty, I have sickness. I'm not, you have negative things. Imagine saying you have sickness, I have sickness. No, you don't have, you only feel it. So the things that you don't ever say, don't say those negative things about yourself. Things no go better for me. No, don't say things negative about yourself. That is one of the, because the person never realized that the words of our mouth is not just sound. The words of our mouth can create, can prove, can destroy. Words are very powerful. What the mouth is just not meant for food. The mouth is used to create the life you want. So that is why, if you don't understand how these things works, that you are not a wise person, you are not smart, and you can use it to work against you. So anyway, that's how you expressed whatever that comes into your mind as an entrepreneur. We are so intentional and deliberate because we know you cannot drift to the top of the mountain, but you can drift down. But going to the top, you must be intentional and deliberate because you cannot climb the ladder with two hands in your pocket. You cannot climb the ladder, of course, not ready to participate. So you're ready to participate now that we have life because that we can walk. Because the time comes when no man can walk. The spirit is willing, but the flesh don't work out. The flesh don't work out. And you know, when the flesh is not giving you the container to become relevant in this world, it's no more in your sight. You so regret because you never make use of the time given to you. And why? Because you never came to ask yourself, how can I become resourceful? Because we don't have lack of resources. We have lack of resourceful men. Resourcefulness makes resources useful. So when you are resourceful, you will manage and recognize resources available to you. So there's abundance in life. Touch yourself, say, I'm a success. I'm a success. Touch yourself, say, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. That one is still begging for the charge card. Touch yourself and say, I'm a millionaire creator. I'm a millionaire creator. So let's go to the last outline today. I told you tomorrow we have something very important for you. So we need to round up this section of our wisdom, define and express. Overwhelming responsibility demands wisdom. So let's do the last one now. Solomon's wealth. So why we came out across, we say this guy was wealthy, was because of 8 things I've discovered I want to share with you. And you can apply it in today's life. And you have the same amount of result. It's economically proven. And if you actually pay attention to this, your life the trajectory of your life begin to move towards greatness and abundance. I want you to leave something behind for someone that's looking up to you. But that will actually help me I need to clean some things to write these 8 things. I have to clean. So sorry, those that came late. So I have to clean this one. This is the only one that will go now. So we have to clean this to the 7th outline. Okay? Perfect. So evaluate 8 things. So okay. Okay. This I want to write it. Solomon's wealth. And put it like this. Solomon's wisdom was expressed in 8 ways. Number 1, write it like Solomon wisdom expressed. Number 1, descending of spirit. Number 2, organization. That's when you know he was well, wise guy and smart. Preparation. 1 year for 1 month. Okay. Preparation. Number 4, contribution. Okay. Tribute and gift. Number 5, content creation. Content creation. 3,000 proverbs and 1,005 songs. 3,000 proverbs, 1,005 songs, and 6. Okay. Branding. Famous for his wisdom. Famous for his wisdom. So, yeah, the brand. 2 more to go. I will still need to clean this. Let me see. Alliances. Number 7. Alliances. So He did a lot of marrying. Everybody that want to fight him, he will come for your daughter. He will marry your daughter. So he forgot about the fight. So the guy don't need to fight. You don't need to fight. Why your daughter give birth or not is not his problem anyway. You just marry your daughter and his in-law. You can't fight your in-law. Who go to the debate? So fight. He is a smart man. You know, fight one war. You know, one kill him. He doesn't like what he ate. He doesn't like what he ate. So protections. So you just marry your daughter for you. No worry. I'll come for your daughter. Just wait for me. I'm coming. I have money. If I show the girl money, she will follow me. You know, women like money. I don't want to come suffer. I'll be soft touch. And a baby girl. Don't worry. Solomon is coming for you. Peace and security. Peace and security. Peace and security. Let me just stop here, Jerry. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about certain things here. Okay. Um, you know, I know. Thank you. I'll finish it. Don't worry. Even if we not write, at least we can be listening. While we are writing, I can do something. So if you're a wise man, you actually pray for a discernment of spirit to discern good and bad. Because some people in your life are not interested in your success. They're in your life to take away from you. And then your life, whatever they can gain. That is why you must know the way how some people are assigned to you, some people are delegated to you, are assigned what again? Attracted and what? Addicted. It's three things. So how do you discern people that are attracted to you, attracted to you, attracted to you, addicted to you, addicted to you, and that are assigned to you? So three people in your life. 10 or three. People that are attracted to you, they're attracted to you because of your charisma. You know how to talk. Those ones, whether you give them something or not, the physical, material things, they're not interested. But the way you ginger, you talk, your spirit, your decision making, they're going to stay with you. Those people that are addicted to you are people that are only interested on your giftings. So they're going to stay with you as long as you give them money. Give them something, clothes, shoes, car. So go and help me buy this, and give me transport. Everything give me. They are going to be with you as long as you are gifting them something. So this one now is strictly gifts. So the day you stop giving them, they stop coming to you. This one now is inspiration. So you stop inspiring them, but people that are assigned to you, that are assigned to your vision, your goals, that will tell them, let us go to Ikodegbene. No matter the storms, they will follow you to Ikodegbene. Whether you give them anything or not, they are assigned to your direction. How do you discern? So knowledge helps you to discern. Because if you don't know how to discern, you make wrong decisions in marriages, in business, in relationships. Say, I didn't know. Why didn't you know? In that spirit of discernment. I didn't know he was a bad man, a bad woman. I came to business, it duped me, kill me. You never know because you need spirit of discernment. That's why Solomon prioritized 4 things: knowledge, discernment, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. 4 things. So I can even show it to you again. It's still in the scripture. So if you're a wise man, you ask for this. So Solomon's first test of wisdom was a discernment of spirit. Look at what he did. After when God, it happened to all of us today. I put a note. Your first test of wisdom is your ability to read people's around you. Write it down on a note. Let's tell this way. Solomon's first test of wisdom was discernment of spirit. Discernment of spirit. Solomon's first test of wisdom was discernment of spirit. Full stop. Our first test of wisdom is our ability to read people around us. That's why he was a wise man. Solomon's first test of wisdom was the test of discernment of spirit. Discernment of spirit. Full stop. Our first test of wisdom is our ability to read people around us. Those 2 women gave birth to children. One slept with her baby, one slept on her baby, and the baby died. One killed, one was nurturing. So they brought to Solomon. Solomon was able to discern the spirit of who is the mother and the one that is not the mother by asking them to bring the sword that will kill the child, share into 2. And he knows that nobody wants to kill his destiny. I told you, people that kill their destiny are people that always want to kill your own destiny. Don't do it. Don't become an entrepreneur. Don't become an investor. Let us go and get a job. Let us go and become a slave in another man's vineyard. So if he was able to discern the spirit to know who was the mother, the one that wasn't the mother. So our first test of wisdom is that you must know, you must be able to read people around you, to put them in categories and different classes. So you know how to deal with them individually. So you deal with everybody, you relate with them personally. How did I put on a note yesterday? Remind me, was it yesterday? I know yesterday now, I was having this mastermind. You think I might help me now that you relate to people, David, I know that one, but okay, you connect with them as a team, but you relate to them individually in different classes. Those are attracted, addicted, and assigned to you. So you have to qualify men in your space. If you don't know how to qualify men in your space, that means you are not a wise person. The first decision of a wise man is to qualify people around him, because nothing will happen to you except somebody around you. So if you don't qualify people around you, you're who to marry, who to do business with, who to work with, you are not a wise man, because nothing will kill you at the end of the day. You're like feeding a lion that will come and eat you tomorrow. So please, the first thing you should need to run a business, to run an empire, organization, enterprise, ministry, name it, business, in transaction, poultry farming. In fact, my father runs a poultry farm. There was a time we had this houseboy that steals. So he keeps stealing the eggs. Until my father likes to record. It was because of his record keeping that was able to track when the stealing starts and when the stealing were actually got him in the act. But if there was no record, there was no system and structure to help to discern people around you, you will not know. In fact, have you not seen people open shop, open business, that people will sell the shop and build their own shop? Have you not seen that kind of thing? But people buy keke, give someone, they will buy keke, no go pay money at all. And they didn't call it keke, he buy his own keke. In fact, it happened to me. I bought 2 keke at one point. I give it to 2 people. One of them carry my keke, carry everything, cement, firewood, do anything any keke man will not carry, he will carry it on that keke. And refused to pay me after 1 month. And he refused to pursue this. In fact, I have to use police to trace this guy to catch him. And when I got the keke from this guy, the keke don't finish. He don't die keke. In fact, when it was the 2 weeks, a week later, he bought his own keke. If I tell you what happened to me in that story, you will just be shaking head for me. So what about that? That we never knew. We never wise in that. I will not even go there. That's a transport business. If you are calling me now, I'll tell you bye-bye. I am not interested. I've tried several times. No, that for me to succeed in that business, I must either partner with somebody that is doing it, or I must do it myself. Because if not, the people they lie. Now lying news. They're not lying news. Like life with their mouth. Police catch me, I buy ticket. My keke spoil. Now lie. Then they can enjoy. They don't enjoy. They'll carry you shine, bubble. So I know I'm not going to try again. I don't know, no go there. So what I'm trying to say, this, even at this one, I will just stop. Because the moment you are a wise man, you discern people's spirit, people that you can read, people that are around you. Right now, you know, very important. Don't accept people based on facial, based on facial, surface, and superficiality. Oh my God, this English scatter my head. No worry, I will find an English, put them for there. So don't accept people based on facial expression, surface expression, to avoid unnecessary dramas in your life. Just command that English, no kill yourself. Just this today, okay. So I accept people based on facial expression or surface expression, to avoid unnecessary drama in your life. To avoid unnecessary drama in your life. Imagine that you ask for this discernment of spirit. That means a wise person. That from day one, you are going to qualify him. You would have avoided the broken marriage, the broken home, the broken relationship, heartbreak. You never discern. Like I never knew he's like this, so he beat me. I hate physical abuse in relationship. I hate it. Because you don't know who you go and beat and the person will die. And you go to a Kirikiri or police station or whatever prison. So please, one of the things that will make a wise man is that don't just judge facial expression, don't just judge surface expression. Be able to have a conversations to know whether the person is ready to work, qualify men, not qualified. I'll give an example. For me today, you cannot come to my space without not reading at least 5 books. How many books? 5 books. But as they come, I will tell you, says for us to work together, you have to read this book. I'll first give you the book. Say you have to read from chapter introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2. Summarize it and let's talk. If you cannot do that, we don't have discussion. But what will qualify us to talk again is that you are coming with the summary. Yes or yes? Yes. That means don't come with the summary, we don't have discussion. There is nothing to discuss. We are meeting. Anytime we meet is to discuss that book. Even though we have 50 things to discuss, $50 billion project, we must discuss the book first before another discussion will start. So if you don't, because I know that you cannot work with somebody that's not teachable, somebody that's always full of himself, who knows everything. He's going to sabotage your effort. And I will not tell you read. Sometimes we need to 5 books. So I will not even tell you. I will keep quiet. As you read the books, before you don't give an book. And my Facebook is always 21 Success Secrets by Brian Tracy. Or I give you Secrets of the Millionaires Mind by T. Aveka. I will give you Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There are some books I give that fundamentally it will be able to understand the frequency I operate. That I don't like to operate things based on assumptions. I don't like to operate based on excuses. I've come to define that excuses are the currency poor people use to buy failure. So anytime somebody gives you an excuse, and the worst thing you can do in my space is to meet me the first time and give me an excuse. You know what I will judge you? I will judge you based on the excuse, because the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if I accept you, you give me an excuse. So no need to talk. So qualifying men in your space makes you a wise person. In fact, don't let people come into your life without qualifying them. Write it down on your note. Don't let people come into your life without qualifying them. If you make mistake, that's where you start from. Your wisdom starts with Solomon's face wisdom, descending on spirit. Don't let anyone come into your life without qualifying them. When I play on a joke, no triumph. Okay? Don't let anyone come to 9 o'clock. Chai. Today's class is wonderful. Don't worry, we'll just read it, because tomorrow you're in our class. Okay. Don't let somebody. Okay, thank you. Don't worry, relax. You're already hot. I don't understand you people this morning. When to do agree something, I don't feel already. You pass on, don't let don't let anyone come into your life without qualifying them. Full stop. Don't let people into your life without full stop. Right again. Don't let people into your life whose motives and agenda is not in your interest, but exclusively in their own interest. Don't let people into your life whose motives and agenda, don't let people into your life whose motive and agenda is not in your own interest, but exclusively in their own interest. I don't like the word but, and exclusively in their own interest. Let's use the word and, but can't be like say with a fight. No. May I command the but, may I put and. Don't let people into your life whose motive and agenda is not in your own interest and exclusively in their own interest. So, but it's still fine. Okay, but no wahala. The English moon I put but for there. Don't let people into your life whose motive and agenda is not in your own interest, but exclusively in their own interest. Full stop. I'll give just two more statements that I can read the remaining one, then we can go. Okay, write it down your notes. Your ability to read people, the same spirit, the ability to read people, your ability to read people, your ability to read people, and the same spirit, common motive, common attitude, and to look beyond what they said makes you wise. The ability to read people, and the same spirit, common motives, common attitude, and to look beyond what he said makes you wise. So I'll give you a clue to read people. There are three people that always come to your life. Those are attracted to you, those are addicted to you, and those are assigned to you. Find where they belong. Once you know where they belong, it will help you to deal with them without no quarrel. So focus on leaders who is worthy of your time, attention, favor. Not everyone that you should allow that will come into your life, into your inner circle, into your personal life, until you pass them through the test. If you are not benefiting or connecting with humanity, is not worthy of having an association with. I wish I have the time to explain organization, preparation, contribution, content creation, of course, branding, alliances, and protection. I wish they have the time, but even if it's this one will help you to lead to proper organization, preparation, contribution, content creating, branding, alliance, and protection. But nevertheless, we'll have time to revisit part 2 of this class in sometime in the future, where I can give flesh to the body of what I just started today. I know that information overload is bad, so sometimes you have to give it the way it goes. So my professional advice to everyone is that don't get involved in a business without a mentor, because mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands at the shadow of mentors will see far. See you at the top. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Shalom. That is the best we can take.